My name is John Henry Bradshaw. I work for the Texas Department of Public Safety as a trooper.
What you were doing in the execution of your duties?
Yes, so once we got the BOLO to be on the lookout to go look for Juan David Ortiz, I used my training experience based on the facts that I knew at the time and the type of women he was targeting. So I went to the area in Laredo where these women would hang out, and I was patrolling that area. As he exited the store, I gave him commands to put his hands in the air. Eventually, he turns around and takes off running southbound.
Xavier Alejandro Obregon. Right there, I see I see Ortiz's white pickup truck right there, sir.
Noé González.
Were you present when Juan David Ortiz was actually handcuffed?
Yes.
Okay. Were you present when he was placed into the unit for transportation?
Yes.
Do you remember what vehicle, if any, he was found in when he was first?
It was in the back of a black pickup truck.
Did you ever read him his Miranda rights?
No. So I asked at the time, do we need to read his Miranda rights? Sergeant Felix Munoz advised me no, because we were not going to do any questioning at the time until we secured him at a secure location.
On this night in particular, was that phrase used?
Yes.
By who?
Mr. Ortiz.
And what exactly did he say?
I believe he had mentioned something about the VA, and that's when I expressed myself to him that I was a veteran as well. And that's when he started saying, take your trophy shot, take your trophy shot. And we explained to him that we don't do that kind of stuff here. And he continued to say, I've taken plenty of those.
Did you hear the end of the interview?
Yes.
You were there present for the interview. Okay. What, if anything, did Mr. Ortiz say in that interview?
That there was one last victim.
Okay. What did you do when you heard that there was one last victim?
We stepped to the hallway waiting for instructions. Captain Calderon comes out, gives us the go-ahead, and we make it to mile marker 13.
Okay, and what did you find out in mile marker 13?
The last victim.
Federico Calderon.
This investigation was a joint investigation.
Correct.
With what other agency?
The Department of Public Safety.
Is that DPS?
Yes.
More specifically?
The Texas Ranger Division.
The Texas Ranger Division. So you guys ran a joint investigation.
That is correct.
And as part of this investigation, how many murders were you tasked in investigating?
4.
Can you give me the locations of those 4 murders?
We had one off of Jeffries Road, one off of Farm to Market Road 255, and 2 off of IH 35.
Where is the body located in proximity to the dirt road?
On the side of the road, right by the fence line.
Explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury the condition of the person when you arrived. And I'm talking about how they were dressed, what position they were in, all the details.
Wearing shorts, no shoes, face down in the dirt, clutching a bag of M&Ms, and apparent head trauma was seen from where we were standing before the medical examiner turned over the body. You could see head trauma, and there were shell casings around the body.
So what happens after September 3rd while you're investigating the murder of Melissa Ramirez?
On the 13th in the morning, we get a phone call. I get a phone call saying that there was another deceased female. Initially, they thought it was an auto pedestrian accident, but when the officers arrived, they saw that it was a similar crime scene to what we had with Melissa Ramirez, and that's when they called the Criminal Investigation Division out because it was not an auto pedestrian accident. It appeared to have been another murder.
Please tell us what similarities, if any, did you as lead investigator, as co-lead investigator, find between crime scene 1 and crime scene 2?
To begin with, they were both prostitutes with criminal histories. There were the same type of shell casings, 40 Smith & Wesson, at both crime scenes, and they worked in the same area as each other, off of San Bernardo.
By the time you got there, that Claudine was no longer there.
That is correct.
And why is that?
She was still alive. So EMS had taken her to the hospital, where she died at the hospital.
So she passed away at the hospital.
Correct.